Hi Tim, good morning, good evening. Anyone joined from US?
Hello everyone. Good morning. Hi Mesh. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Santosh. Yeah, Santosh, once you start class, right, you can start recording as well. I just pass the record.
Yeah,
That's
sure. I'll do that. Yeah. Just wait for 2 more minutes. Yeah. Good morning everyone. How was your festival? All good? Yes? No?
Yes, something.
Yes, Santosh.
I can just hear one or two. What about others? How was your festival? All good?
Hmm. Yeah, yes, Satish, all good.
Yes, sir. It's good, sir.
Okay. Do you guys know the story of Ganesha and Moon? Yes? Anyone? If I want to ask another way, your sun is always a sun, right? But if you see the moon, it will be a full moon, then it goes to a crescent day, and then it goes to a gibbous phase, and then it goes to Amavasya. So if you see, it has different shapes. In a month, it comes with starting with zero again, it goes 100, from 100, it goes back to zero. Do you know the story? Why moon has different phases, whereas sun has only one phase? Do you know the story? Anyone? It is linked to a Ganesha festival. So can anyone remember of this?
No.
No. If I ask you which video is trending in Instagram, you guys will tell, right? And if I ask you something which is scientific and you guys don't know, anyone, anyone who knows the answer for this, why does moon has different phases and why not sun?
Sun's shadow falls on the moon, so
That is if you're talking about the actual reason, but there is a story behind this.
not sure about how it is linked to Ganesha.
Okay. Anyone? Anyone? One of you? Okay. After class, maybe you can go and research, but I'll give you in short. Okay. On Ganesha Chaturthi, that is Ganesha's birthday, everyone had prepared different dishes. So Ganesha was having all of food and he was full, stomach full, right? And we all know who is Ganesha's vehicle. It's nothing but rat. So Ganesha was on rat and they were moving, right? So suddenly what happened? There is a snake that came in between and this rat got panic. So unfortunately, Ganesha fell down. Okay. The only person who was on that scene was Moon. There was no one else. Okay, there was no one else. Ganesha was full, having food, and he was going, and there was no one else. There was only one person in that scene who was Moon. And suddenly, Moon laughed. Just because Ganesha fell down, Moon laughed. Okay, so Ganesha got angry and he just cursed Moon, saying that you will never ever shine forever. Because in the night time, Moon is the one which shines for us, right? So Ganesha was like cursing Moon, saying that, no, you're not going to shine anymore. Thinking Moon, like, no, if I don't shine, I'll not be able to give light to the night people, right? So it started requesting, just forgive me, just forgive me, just forgive me, right? So Ganesha listened those prayers and he reduced the curse, saying that, okay, you can shine, but not on every day, right? You will fade every single day. You'll come back again and you'll fade every single day and you'll come back again. That's where we have all this full moon to no moon, no moon to full moon. It is linked to Ganesha. And then talking about all this, sun comes in between, earth, moon, all this is all happened. But this is the actual story. Okay. So the reason why I told you this is try to find the reason for everything, right? If there is someone saying something, let's say there is a festival or there is any other factor, do a deep dive. The only one thing which you can help you to remember the concepts is do a deep dive, understand the foundation. Okay. So with all that, thank you so much for joining. We'll get started with our demo. Is my screen visible? Yes.
Yes, Santosh.
Yes.
Okay. You guys are spending time for us. Okay. In the next 1 hour, if you don't understand what is data engineering, you can claim a refund. The time you have spent for us, 1 hour, after the 1 hour, you say that, no, I have not understood what is data engineering. And literally you spend 1 hour for us. So you can definitely come to us for a claim. That's an open challenge. If you don't understand data engineering in the next 1 hour, you have all the rights to come and claim for a refund. How much ever you ask. The value of your 1 hour. If you feel like in 1 hour I could have made 2,000 rupees, you can ask 2,000 rupees. If you feel like in 1 hour I am capable of earning 10,000, you can come to us and you can claim a 10,000. Okay. Just before we get started, this is the challenge for you. And make sure that you listen. If you don't listen, then I am not responsible. Okay. So with all that, a very good morning to everyone. So let's get into the subject. We are all here to learn about data engineering. Now, what is data engineering? And the way I would handle this is I'll be taking in a very layman term, a very simple examples, and then we will go back to our roadmap. Okay. So just forget about what is this multi-cloud, data ops, just figure it out, just cut down everything. Just focus on data engineering. Okay. So today our objective is to learn only this. Don't think about this. Don't think about this. Our objective is only about data engineering. Okay. So let's see what is this data engineering. So before even I go with data engineering, a lot of people who have joined newly today. So it's my privilege to tell about myself. So I have 11 years of experience working in IT, and all 11 years, very grateful that I got a chance to work only with data. Right from the day one of my career, I've been working with data. So specialist in data science, data engineering, and data analytics. And I've been managing about 80 projects. I've worked about 80 projects. And at this current role, I'm managing about 80 to 100 people in my team. And we are working with different projects. So I'm a Microsoft employee. and also Amazon ex-employee, being part of KSR training for the last 5 to 6 years. Now, we'll talk about the agenda for today's session. People say that data engineering is booming, data engineering is booming, data engineering is booming, but what is data engineering? Why data engineering came into picture? What is a background of data engineer? We'll see all this in today's session. Okay. Now, you guys, just before your class, maybe you would have went to your washrooms, you would have washed your hands, you'd have brushed your teeth, whatever it is. Have you ever wondered when you turn your tap on, the water flows? When you turn your shower on, the water flows. The moment you turn your drinking water tap, your drinking water comes. Have you ever wondered how does the water flow to your house? Not only to your house, if you're staying in a flat of, let's say, 50 houses or 100 houses, every single flat will have different rooms, and everywhere you get the water, right? So what is there in the tap? On, off, on, off, on, off. Is it a magic? Definitely no, right? So there is a background work that has been implemented. So that's why today easily you go and turn a tap, you'll get water, right? Now, just imagine you don't have taps at your house. Just imagine you don't have taps at your house, you don't have shower at your house, you don't have any source of getting water. If you want to drink water, you go to a lake like this and start drinking water like this. Just imagine if you want to get water for your daily use, you go to a lake and drink water like this. Or try to get it somewhere from the remote place. The girls look so happy without any stress, living in a village, and you're all in city, right? Maybe for us, water is flowing, but how? Just imagine a day without water. Actually, this was actually linked to some movie. Actually, I don't remember the movie. I'm not a that movie watcher. 2 3 days they'll stop the water in Chennai location.
Turkey.
I'm not getting the name. What is that?
It's Turkey, I guess.
Movie name
Turkey.
is Katti. Yeah, yes, it's a Vijay's movie, right?
Yeah, Vijay's movie.
So,
Yeah.
in order to make the farmers understand, I mean, in order to make the city people to understand the farmers' pain, he literally stops all the water for 2 3 days. Have you watched this movie? It's a very old movie, I would say, about 8 10 years back, right? Now, you cannot go and get the water from a remote place like this, right? You cannot even keep on taking from well. This is also not possible. Just imagine a life, a day without water. Can't even imagine. It's because it's your daily need, right? But we who are in the metro cities, for us, things are good. If you turn the tap on, you get water. And a lot of people are also wasting water, right? There is a special tap for hot water. There's a special tap for cold water. There is a special tap for drinking water. And there is a special forceful water for shower. How much we are getting it, right? Now, just imagine to use your daily activities, for your daily activities, you need water, which is not there in your house. How much challenge you'll get, right? Now, first of all, let's try to understand where is water coming from? That's my question. It's coming from your tap, but what is there in back end on the tap? The water can come from the lake. The first picture which you see is a Kaveri water source. The second picture which you see, it's a lake which was taken in front of my house. And the third one you see, it's a borewell, right? So people who are staying in an individual house, maybe they have their own borewell. You can dig a borewell and there is a machine that comes in and you can see it. Now, where does this water come from? Water come from your sources are rivers, lakes, and maybe borewells. Okay. Now, just replace water with data. Just replace water with data. Just like you turn your tap on, water flows. Now this water, we will compare it with data now. Where does the data flow from? The data is generated from your apps, websites, databases, sensors. Your CCTV camera is the best example for your sensors. Your Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all these are the applications that we are using. Your websites like IRCTC website, ICICI net banking, HDFC net banking. Now, all of this, if you observe, all this is where data is coming from, right? So all this is coming from data. Now, today, if one has to live in a good house with a 24/7 water, that means you are lucky. That means you are lucky, right? You have everything, you are lucky. Now, that's just, I'm comparing my water with data here. Just, we cannot drink this directly. Are we going and directly drinking the borewell water? No. Are we going to a lake and drinking the water? No. And are you going to this river and drinking the water? No. This has to be passed through your homes through pipes, right? It goes through a series of steps before it coming into your tap. Your tap is not directly connected to your river. Your tap is not directly connected to your lakes. It is coming from another place. In order to drink water, in order to use it, we cannot use this directly. Remember this. It has to travel through different pipes. And these pipes are carefully designed that the water does not leak or gets dirty. That's a precaution that we take, right? So directly from the lakes and rivers, we are not connecting to our taps. It is going to through some pipes, and then only it is coming through our home, right? Now, that's what you're going to do now. Instead of water, let's talk about data. So your main objective as a data engineer is in order to build your data pipelines. It's not water pipeline, it's a data pipeline. You are here to build data pipeline. Now, what is data pipeline? The data that gets from the applications, the data that gets from the database, the data that comes from the website, make sure that it reaches to your client safely without any hampering of data, no missing, no null values, no abnormalities, no corrupted data, and data has to go seamlessly from one place to another place. Your role here is to make data pipelines. What is this data pipelines? Exactly like your water pipeline. Exactly like your water pipeline. What is the use of water pipeline? It helps to flow from the data from one place to another place. Exactly, you're going to do the same thing, and we are going to work on data pipelines. Let's compare now. Let's compare. As I said, we cannot drink the water directly. It has to go through several pipes. And that's why we have created some pipelines, which will carefully take care of is there any leak or is there any damaged pipeline? All of this, it takes care. The above one, it's like a water source. Now let's come for a data source. In the same way, data pipelines moves the information safely from source to destination. What is source here? Source is basically your apps, websites, databases. It could be anything. Destination could be your client. Your client is asking for analysis, reports. It could be like that. Now, this is a comparison. Try to connect the dots. Okay. Now, let's go with the second example. Directly, are you drinking a lake water or a river water? Definitely no. It is going through a treatment process, right? So government is responsible for taking up this water from the lakes and the rivers, and they go through multiple steps. They go and clean the data. When I say clean the data, they'll start using some chemicals and they will try to remove the dust or the clean water, everything, they'll separate it, right? So who's going to do this? Of course, we have a government who's going to do this. But here, who is going to do this? This is exactly will happen even in water if you have all of these things. And in the data also, we will have all of this. We will have errors. We will have typo mistakes. We will have mismatch in the types, and all of this we will have to do. This is done by government. This is done by data engineers, right? So as a data engineers, we clean the data, we fix the errors, and we make sure that it is in the workable condition, right? This is a second qualification of a data engineer. Now, after that, the clean water, after applying some treatment, after making sure that it goes to a certain processes, they store in the tanks. You would have seen in most of the metro cities, there's a water tank that keeps coming to your flats, right? So that's a water tank, right? It's a clean water. Now, this, they'll store it here so that it can be used anytime. Now, that's exactly you're also going to do. You're going to clean the data and store it in the data lake. It's not water lake. It's not water lake. It's called data lake. You're not storing water. You're storing data. And that's the name came from data lake. And the reason why I picked this example is very simple. You know what is lake, right? Lake is where you have water. The same thing, I'm going to have a data lake. So here, rather than storing water, I'm storing data here. Once the data is cleaned, I will have to store somewhere so that it is readily accessible. Now that is where I'll be storing in the lake. Which lake? Data lake, right? Now, next. Finally, the government department also checks for quality and fix the leaks in case if there is any pipe leak, there is a pipe damage. Every now and then, if you see that they keep on working on some pipes, right? The underground pipes, you will be seeing that. Similarly, we also have to monitor the complete path. Suppose if there is any source that is failing, the data may come outside. So I want to put some security checks. I want to put some quality checks. That is exactly what we are doing. Now compare your water supply engineer with a data engineer. You will be able to connect the dots, right? Now, I can simply call it as data engineers or digital plumbers. We make sure that right data flows with a clean and reliable data to the right people at the right time. That is our work. That is our work. When government is taking responsible for giving you the basic needs of water to your house, the moment you go and turn your tap on, you're getting the water. It's all because of there is a background team who has worked on this, right? So similarly, in our case, who is going to make sure that the data flows into different teams, different projects, different roles? It's none other than I'm giving a name called digital plumbers. And who are we? We are data engineers. We are all data engineers. What is our role? We need to make sure that we are the team who is going to provide the right data to the right team at the right time. Well, this is what you have to do it. And you're not going to build a water pipeline. You're going to build a data pipeline. The data is coming from applications, softwares, websites, and you'll have to collect the data. We will have to clean the data. We will have to transform the data, and we will have to push it to a different team. That is what you're going to do as a data engineer, right? I told that you will understand data engineering in 1 hour, but I can say you that in 15 minutes, it's good enough for you to figure out what is data engineer doing. So data engineer role is to build data pipelines. What is data pipelines? The flow of data from source to target. And it's not just attaching pipes. It's all about cleaning the data, transforming the data, apply some business logics, making sure that you don't have duplicates, making sure that you don't have null values, making sure that the data is clean and not corrupted, and send this data to the right people at the right time. Well, that is what is a role and responsibility of a data engineer. That is the roles and responsibilities of a data engineer, right? Now, with this, let's start comparing your water engineers with data engineers. Okay. Now, water engineers bring clean water from rivers to your taps. Data engineers bring clean data from system to your dashboard. Simple. Without proper piping, cleaning, and storage, you will either end up with dirty water or no water at all. This is what happens. If you don't have a water supply engineers, either you will end up getting a dirty water when you turn on the tap, or you will not get water also, right? But in the same way, without data engineers, business would never get the data, or business will get the incomplete data. Remember this example. You will never forget data engineer for rest of your life. Remember this example. You will never forget this example for rest of your life. By chance, if you open the tap and if you get dirty water, that means in your city, there is no proper water engineers. Similarly, on my dashboard, if I'm not getting the right data, there is issue with the data engineers. If there is no data engineers in the team, you will either end up getting an incomplete data or dirty data, right? So with this, we are not water engineers. We are all called data engineers. We are all going to deal with data. Okay. So this is the layman explanation. Now let's get into the next level. Are we good till here? I'll just give a pause. All good? Are you all with me? Are you all on track?
Yes, Santosh.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone who did not understand this can go for a claim. Anyone? Anyone? Is there anyone? Come on, yaar. Say yes or no.
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 So can
No,
I say
sir.
all? Can I say all 100% have understood everything? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Let's go now. Now, how I'm relating this knowledge of the type, that is like water pipes, water flow, everything, how I'm relating as a data engineer is. So if you talk about the government, how they make water is available for use, they've built dams, they've built wells, they've built all these lakes, everything. So we are going to do the same thing, but the name that we are going to give is data infrastructure. Water flows to your house through pipe on time. It's because of pipes. But what we are going to do is data pipelines. The highlighted one is your roles and responsibilities. Now, if I'm talking about technical words, okay. Now, water purification, right? For example, we have a lot of seawater. It's very salt, right? And your rivers also will be like not that clean. We are using for your daily purpose, right? Some of the factories go and dump the water in your lakes, rivers. So how do we clean? We have a purification system, right? That is exactly we are going to do now. Data cleaning and transformation. And they're going to store it in some tanks, the clean data. Maybe you're also going to do it as data storage. And you'll have to establish some connection, right? So that is where you will have to also establish some connections with a different system, data integration. Water meter, how much of water you have used, what you get it. Is there anyone in this class who don't pay water bill? Is there anyone in this class from any city, any state, any country you don't pay water bill?
I do, Santosh.
The answer is yes. Everyone pays water bill, right? And how much you pay? I may be paying different amount. You may be paying different amount. I pay 500. You pay 300. It all depends on usage. It all depends on usage. How much I use, that much I'll have to pay. So everyone will have a water meter to figure out how much you're using, right? So similarly, it has some control, access control. Every house is linked with a water meter. Every house is linked with the price, right? So for that, you're also, we need to have a proper security. I cannot go and see what is the bill that is generated in your house. I cannot do that, right? I can see only my data. So that is where your data governance, data security comes into picture, and backups. In case if they're doing some work in the background, the pipe replacement. So what they'll do, they'll immediately not cut the water, right? They'll make some arrangements. They'll put it in a newspaper saying that for the next 2 days, you will not get water. Please plan it yourself. And they'll also send some water tanks. This is all called backups. And finally, they'll check the quality of the water. And all this is something like optimization and monitoring, right? Now, this is exactly we will be calling in a terminology called data recovery, data monitoring, data infrastructure, data pipeline, data cleaning, data storage. Wherever water was there, now I placed with data. Now I replaced with data. Now this is exactly what you guys are going to do. Correct? Now, finally, we'll see what is data engineer technically. End of story, end of water pipe, end of water supply engineer. Let's get into the technical part. The top 3 data-driven technologies in the 2025 market: data analyst, data scientist, and business analyst. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Where is data engineers? I was talking about data engineers, and this is a demo on data engineers, but on the screen, data engineer is not in the top 3. Anyone?
It is in all the 3.
Very smart answer. It's there in all 3. Anyone else? I'm talking about data engineers, but the top 3 data-driven technologies in this market is data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, but I don't see data engineer. Why?
They're in the back end.
There is a
Data engineer will provide data to all these 3.
as
Data
recently
engineers
anyone
are the backbone of
yeah
these.
as recently anyone built a new house? Yes.
Without data engineers, there won't be any of these.
Okay. Is there anyone recently who built a new house? Anyone? Anyone constructed a new house?
Yes, Santosh.
Yeah. So if I ask you, usually in the last month I went for a housewarming function, so that's why I'm saying this as a example. So I went and I told that the house is really good. Okay, the interior is really good, right? And the rooms are really good, and the lot of air is coming in. Sun, I can see the sunrise, so it's bit bright. So lot of appreciation I give on the house, right? All the appreciation I give on the house, right? And that person whom I went, he called the civil engineer, is an architect, and he told he is responsible for this house. My cousin who built a house gave 100% credit to the civil engineer. He told he is a person who designed this architecture. He is a person who designed everything, right? But they're talking only about the design. They're talking only the interiors. But you know what? At every room, at every washroom, the way they have made the water availability was beautiful, right? A wash basin just outside the kitchen, right? A separate place for a washing machine, because washing machine, there is an outlet that water has to flow out. A separate design has been made. But people did not talk about anything on the plumbing work. Always people only talk about the front face, but people will never talk about the people who really worked in the back end. That exactly happens. If you're asking me, is data engineer is a top? People will never say yes, right? Even the top 3 data-driven technologies you see is a data analyst, data scientist, and business analyst. But I'm wondering why data engineer is not there. And you know what? Data engineer is a root. Without root, none of these roles exist, right? You build a house, a very beautiful house, which is worth of 2 crores. We have built individual rooms for every single person with an individual attached washrooms. But if you don't get water, will you go and stay there? Will you go and stay there? Will you go and stay into a luxury bungalow without water?
No.
No.
Will you go and stay in a normal 2 BHK house with a 24/7 water?
Yes.
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 So what is important here? Water, right? So for all of these roles, what is important? It's none other than data. And that data who is going to make available for us is none other than data engineers. Okay. In my experience, I have worked on data science. I've worked as a data analyst. I've worked as a business analyst. I've worked as a data engineer. I've done a lot of work in my 10 years of experience. Nothing is as fruitful as working as a data engineer. This is my honest feedback. This is my honest feedback. 9:30 I close this session and 9:30 I'll have to join my office meeting. Right? 9:30, the first work which I'll do is a data engineer work. And telling you very honestly, one of the role which you can really enjoy is data engineering work. Okay. And I'll tell you one more stat. 85% of the people who are working in IT are not liking the job, what they are doing. They're only working for the salary and they're only working for EMIs. Honestly, tell me, how many of you have joined this course to get some change in your career, right? And feeling like my work is not good. And you've all joined here hoping that you'll get a good career, right? People who are really enjoying work, people who are really satisfied, do you think they'll come and join this class?
No.
All of you are here is one or the other issue, right? Either no job, or the layoff, or low salary, or non-IT, or career gap. Is there anyone outside this?
No.
Is there anyone outside this?
No.
No. Is there
No.
anyone in the batch with a 50 lakhs package in this class? No. Is there anyone who's enjoying the work and here? No. That's the difference, right? So the first thing you need to know is love the subject. Data engineering is a beautiful subject. First, start loving the subject and automatically things will come into your place. Okay. Don't join this course just like, oh, I want to need a job. I want to get that. I want to get this. Learn the subject first, understand what is this route, and then slowly, then thinking about all your job opportunities, high package, career change, everything. Okay. So my first point for you is data engineering is the most toughest subject what I have experienced in my career. I repeat my statement. Data engineer is the most difficult subject what I've experienced in my career. And data engineering is the most satisfying work that I've seen in my career. You struggle, you learn the subject, you learn with difficulty, and you will get a good opportunity. If you are like, okay, I'll just go through your class, high level, I'll go with some interview questions, and you guide me on my resume, and I'll go work, it will not work. Okay. If you want to be a data engineer, it requires your passion to practice. It requires your passion to learning. If you're only looking for a job just by going through all these interview questions and all, it is not going to work. It's not going to work. I can simply say very honestly, you can drop off the plan from the data engineer if you're looking only to learn and get into a company. It will not work because the work that you get, you'll have to understand deeply. You'll have to figure out what is happening, find the root cause, then get that root cause, then solve it because there are a lot of people who are dependent on you. And if you don't understand the core, you're not going to survive. If you want to survive as a data engineer, you will have to put a lot of efforts in understanding the root. Where is data coming from? How can I do the transformations? How can I do the data clean? One small miss, it's gone. Okay. You take a one glass of water. You take a one glass of water. In that, you drop one drop of poison. What will happen? One glass of water, one drop of poison. What happens?
It gets poison.
Where, yaar? Think logically, yaar. Water, right? And one
Life
drop
finish.
of poison. Is it going to change into poison?
No.
No?
Will be diluted.
I'm
It's
asking you
spoil.
Li-
one
It's
question.
spoil
Life will be
everything.
finished.
I'm asking you one question. There is a one glass of water. You drop one drop of poison. Will you drink that?
No.
Why? It's very
No.
one. It's one very small quantity, right? One drop, right?
Your life will be finished.
One small mess, and all these three guys will be affected. Okay, so there is no margin of error here. You cannot do a mistake. The work that you're going to do has to be a crystal accurate results. Only then you can be the source for other team. So data engineers, welcome data engineers. Let's make this happen. Start showing interest on the subject and start focusing on the root and start focusing on what is your roles and responsibilities, because this role is going to be a opportunity open for all the other roles as well. Okay. Now with this, why all these days people are talking about data engineers, data engineers, data engineers? 10 years back, 5 years back, there was no data engineers, right? When I joined a company, we didn't even have anything called data engineers. We had only called big data engineers, right? And suddenly now everything have changed. Now, why all this happened? Because the amount of data that we are generating on daily basis, right? Now, let's talk about one small use case. We talked a water supply example for a layman term. Now let's talk about one real-time use case. Let's take a school. When I was in school, every day they take attendance. Okay. Every day they take attendance. When I say attendance, they will call out my name and we will have to tell present ma'am, present miss, present sir. This is what I used to do, right? But now, if you've joined your kids to a good school, the way attendance works is a facial recognition. They'll track your kid's face. That will be updated in the backend as attendance. They're not going to call your name, right? The moment you enter the class, there is an access card, just like what you have in your office. When you enter, there is an access card. You swipe in and your attendance gets recorded the same way. And your assignments, task, homeworks, everything will be updated to your SMS. Nowadays, your teachers are sending assignments or homeworks through WhatsApp. How many of you kids have a WhatsApp group in your school? Everyone? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how it's changed, right? So all of this, let's say that we want to build one project. So what we need to do? What we need to do? First, we have to collect the data. Attendance system, quad swipe in, biometric, it collects the data on daily basis. Your attendance will be collected on daily basis. Okay. Now followed by subject and marks. Each student will have their own way of tracking the subject and marks. So teachers will enter manually. This every day they will not have test. So this will happen, let's say weekly. So weekly they'll conduct a test. And as of now, what is happening? The teachers are entering the data in Excel sheets. And student admission, the day the students get admitted, they're storing the data in databases, right? The fees, the details, the parents' details, the account details, everything is storing in the database. And let's say that you have been given some online courses to take, and that is also you're running through online platforms and all of this. Now, in this school, the biggest challenge is all the data is coming from different formats. One is coming from CSV, one is coming from Excel, one is coming from JSON, one is coming from database. Each one department, attendance is a department, subject and marks is a department, student details is a department, some other courses, online extracurricular activities another department, and all these departments are maintaining different types of data. Where will I go and store? Now that's the biggest challenge. And then I need to inject the data on daily basis. I need to collect all the marks on the weekly basis, and I need to pull the data from certain programs. And in case the event is happening on daily basis, I should collect the real-time data as well, right? Now, we have to come up with an automated process. We cannot expect teachers and admins to do a manual work. Maybe the school has a very small strength, let's say 500,000 possible. There are schools with, let's say 10,000 students. Who is going to do a manual entry? People say that AI is going to replace your job. It's 100% true for this type of roles. People who are entering or doing a manual work, of course, your job will be replaced, right? So all of this I will have to figure out. How are we going to do? We are going to do pipelines. We are going to build pipelines. What pipeline? It's going to be a data pipeline, right? Now, once we get the data, there's also some challenges. Some people attendance must be missing. Some people will be attended 2 times. Let's say they have called out 2 times, they would have swiped 2 times. Possibility is there. And let's say I'm asking you an assignment. A person has submitted 2 times assignment. First time he may have forgotten that you have sent, and second may have sent it. So there could be duplicates. There could be some special characters, white spaces, some issues, data corruptions. All of this could be there. That also I need to remove. And one team is, let's say teacher is maintaining the test in this format. Admin is maintaining this date for a fees payment. Two different date formats, inconsistent, right? Maybe subject code is not mapped properly, normalizing students across all this. There cannot be a same student with the same name. In case if two people have the same name, ideally you need to have another column called ID column, right? So our objective is we have to make sure the data is clean, consistent for working on this project, right? Now, security and access basis. Teachers can see only their class. Parents can see only their children marks. If parent is allowed to see all the other students' marks, your comparison will come. That guy is reading like this guy is reading like this guy is first rank, this guy is second rank, why you cannot score, right? So parents can see only their children detail and principal can see everything. Now this is called role-based access, right? And some of the personal information also I need to keep it secure. Now all these are some of the characteristics that you will be building as a data engineer pipeline. Data security, data governance, and followed by data cleaning, data transformation, and data pipelines. This is exactly that you will be doing if you are working on a project called school report. But the world is moving above and beyond school. School is just a small example where hardly you'll have 500 students, right? Hardly you'll have 500 students. Now, can anyone read this number? When I say read this number, it's not like 624137. Okay. I will read this part. 74,927. I'll read this part. 37 lakhs, 74,927. I'll read this part. 41 crores, 37 lakhs, 74,927. Can anyone read this?
624 crores.
No, read properly.
13 lakhs 77,490.
37 lakhs 74,927.
One more time.
6,241 crores.
41 crores.
6,241 crores. 37 lakhs. 74,927. This is exactly the transactions that has happened in Amazon in the last 1 year. And we're talking about a school, 500 students. Where is 500 students? Where is this number? Our world is moving beyond our school application. 6,200 crore transactions in last 1 year. Then how many years Amazon is there? Now who's going to do all this work for them? Data security, data governance, data pipelines, data cleaning, data transformation, right? I'm just talking about Amazon. And all the applications which you see in the last few years, all this is actually 20 years old. 20 years old. So if you ask me, was data engineering data was in demand before 2000? It was not. All these data-driven technologies have got it famous after 2010 only. I can say India after winning the World Cup, right? 50 overs World Cup. After that only things have started. Until the things were good. After 2011 is what all the data have got increased. A lot of people started using Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, right? So all of this is something which you can see. Is there anyone in this batch who is a 2K kid? Anyone 2K kid? When I say 2K kid, if you're born after 2000, anyone? No one?
No.
I
All are
think there are
90s
no
kids,
Gen
huh?
Zs.
All are 90s kids?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
What a surprise, yaar.
Yes.
For the first time in batches, I'm seeing no 2K kids. Surprising. Okay. Anyone from 97, 98, 99?
Yeah.
Yes, Santosh.
97.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Luckily.
Do you all guys know there was a
2001 born.
you're 2001 born. Very good. Do you all have ever heard about something called Orkut?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yes,
heard, sir.
I heard also.
Okay. So Orkut, I literally had an account in Orkut. Orkut is another Facebook. Okay.
Yes, yes, like
Orkut is
Facebook.
another Facebook, but it was replaced by Facebook. That means Orkut vanished. They disappeared from the market because they have a challenger, they have a competitor called Facebook. So that's why I asked. If you ask 2K kids, right, what is Orkut? They'll never know it. But 90s kids will know because we are the first generation who have started using social media in the form of Orkut, right? And
Right.
then came all the Facebook, then came all this YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, all of this. Okay. Um, Today you see a high quality YouTube video, right? High quality YouTube video. Let's say I click any one high quality YouTube video. Let's say this one. See the quality they have. Okay. Of course, it's a geographic channel, something. It's a high quality video, right? You can see how high quality it is. Okay. But if I ask you the first video in YouTube, YouTube was launched in the year 2005. Okay.
It's like an elephant video, I think.
So this is the
Yeah.
first ever YouTube video. Who is this person? Anyone? Does anyone know?
No.
No, Santosh.
You don't know this guy?
He's co-founder.
Co-founder of? Now this is the first video quality. When it was published 20 years ago.
20 years.
It is date is 24th April 2005 at San Zizo Zoo, right? And this is where the first video was shoot. And today you can see a high quality video, right? Now it's all because the technology has grown and YouTube in the 20 years, it's shown a true competitor for all the other videos where there's no competitor. I would say everyone, at least in a day, you go and watch YouTube video at least once. It could be anything, right? Uh, not yesterday, Tuesday, one of my cousin had come home. Okay. The plan was yesterday was a festival, so day before yesterday, he wanted to go to school from my house itself. So he came to my house with all this dress packed. He asked me to tie a tie for him. Like usually the boys, right? We have to wear tie, a formal shirts, trousers, and tie. And I said, I don't know, yaar. It's been a while. I don't know to tie and all. Within 5 minutes, he did. I asked him what you did. It's just fourth standard, okay? It's just fourth standard. I asked him what you did. I searched in YouTube video how to tie a tie. I asked him, what did you, how did you type? Why should I type? There is an audio. You can simply go and ask how to tie a tie and you will get the video. That's where the generation stands. The kids are more sharper in this generation. Simply they'll keep the mobile in the mouth. They'll say that some video, and that video will come because your YouTube is audio enabled, right? That's where we are moving. Your kids will use your smartphones better than us, right? That's where the data is getting generated. And why people are talking about data engineering, because all this has happened in the last few years only. WhatsApp, Ola, Uber, Instagram. If you see, all has happened in the last 15, 20 years. And that's why now we are not able to manage. We are not able to manage, right? And as I said, just a follow-up slide. Every second, every minute, this much of data is getting generated. 46,000 photos are getting uploaded every minute. This many tweets, this many people are watching, this many hours of watch hours is being watched every minute. This many people are using internet. Google is processing 40,000 search every second. Every second, yeah, every second. It's 8:53 in India, but it's a very late night, I would say, in US. But still people are using Google. Either they'll be using or we'll be using. Google is always like a around the clock works. If I'm not searching, US people will be searching. If US people are sleeping, maybe I'll be searching. So it gives you all the 40,000 search every minute, every second. Right? Now, all this is why it's happening. It's because of big data. It's because of big data. Now, what is big data? There is nothing called data anymore. We are all dealing with big data. And the biggest culprit for big data is these guys. Internet users, smartphones, sensors, smart devices. Wherever I go, I ask this question, okay? I ask you this question again and again. Tell me one place where you don't take your smartphones. Tell me one place where you don't take your smartphones.
Under shower.
Is it? Tell me one place where you don't take your smartphones. Come on.
In Tirupati temple.
Tirupati temple. Very good. Next.
Washroom.
Ideally, washroom should have been your first answer, right?
No. Washrooms everyone will take.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
I won't.
Let's see.
Not everyone.
Let's see the honesty. Can anyone openly tell that yes, I take? Yes. Let's see the honesty here.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Very
Yes,
good.
I take.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Only three. Come on. I'm looking
Yes,
for more
Santosh, I
answers.
take.
Yes. Very good. Next.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Is there anyone who still says no?
No,
You don't take?
I won't take.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. What about others?
Yes.
Even I don't take.
You're never taken even one time?
No, no, Santosh.
Okay. That's quite surprising, but we have also crossed that. Okay. We have also crossed that.
When we are going to watch movie, if you are going to washroom, then the phone is in pocket.
Sorry. What?
So if you are going to watch movie in a mall
Hmm.
and we are going to washroom, then the phone is in pocket only.
That's fine, yeah. That's that's something which is different. What I'm saying is at your home, you just go take that. That's what I meant. But anyway, I would say that we have already crossed that. Okay. Your smartphone has become like a body part. Okay. People who are in Bangalore will give you an offer. Anyone in Bangalore? Anyone in
I
Bangalore?
am in Bangalore.
Okay. So we'll give you one offer, okay? Uh, the offer is very simple. You come to our office, you give your phone to us for 2 days, the one active phone which you're using, okay? Smartphone. You give your smartphone to us and come after 48 hours. In this 48 hours, you should have not used any other phone. Okay, you should have not. Maybe you can use a normal 1100 or touchpad. You can use that. Okay. So you have to give your phone to us. We are not going to use, okay? We are going to switch it off. That's it. We'll switch it off and we'll keep it in the cupboard. You come after 48 hours. In the 48 hours, we'll contact you with your normals. You can take your SIM. You just have to use your 1100. Okay. If you do this, instant 10% discount on your fees. Instant. An open challenge to people who are in Bangalore. You come to our office, give your phone, 2 days. Don't use smartphone. You can use 1100 or a normal phone or a touchpad. Come back to us 48 hours later, 10% discount on your fees. Anyone? Anyone? I see people are laughing, but is it, I'm saying really true. Anyone?
Santosh, now it's become a dream life for this.
But I literally do this. Over the weekends, I never use my phone. Friday night, if I keep my phone on my table, the next time I pick my phone is Monday morning. What a life, you know. A phone without a phone life is beautiful. Just try this. One day, don't use your smartphone. Morning to night, don't touch your phone. Watch TV, read newspaper, spend time with your parents, spend time with your kids. You'll enjoy your life.
So you didn't pick up any incoming call?
No, Saturday and Sunday I'm off. Why should I pick incoming calls?
No, like any friend and relative circle.
If they want, they'll come to my house and see her. Why will I pick my phone, right? But anyway, that's up to me. But what I'm trying to tell you is this has become like a body part. And the reason why the data is getting bigger and bigger, it's because of this. Smartphones, sensors, right? So all of this, you need to know how to handle it, correct? Now, if you see here, is it really needed to worry on data? Let the data increase. What is my problem? Should I really worry? Is it so important? Well, let me tell you, every data point is important because it is helpful for decision making. More the data you analyze, more the data you will get the results and more profit. And followed by you will get to know that what customer likes and what customer doesn't like, right? So all of this is important. Okay. How many of you have joined today's course or today's class by seeing rating? Is there anyone who joined this course by seeing rating?
Yes.
If our rating was 1 out of 5, do you have joined?
No.
So this is where your
Not even considered.
not even considered, right? So that's where your customer will be checking it. Maybe it's a review or something, a rating, whatever it is. But in order to get data, first you will always go and figure out what are the loopholes of the complete system. So every data point is important. You cannot ignore that. And finally, we'll see technical terms of what is this data engineering. The other name of data engineering is ETL. That's your name. If someone is asking your pet name, just say that my pet name is ETL. What is this ETL? You're extracting the data from different source. As I was talking about CSV files, flat files, Excel files, JSON files, you're extracting the data from different source and you're doing the transformation. What is transformation? Maybe missing value treatment, outliers, abnormalities, special characters, white spaces, removing the null values, removing the duplicates. I can keep on telling about all this. So that's what you do as part of transformation. And finally, you load the data to your client. Now that is load. So ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and load. This is exactly what you're going to do. Okay. Now, is it really needed? Yes. If you don't have the proper water supply, your life is messed up. If you don't have the proper data supply, your roles are messed up. So if you don't have the proper data, then there is no other role exists. So it all brings the data into one place, right? It gives you more flexibility. Without data engineering, there is no data science, there is no data analytics. Remember this. And if the data is not good, then in that case, you will not be able to work in the real time. So for you, data is necessary, and data should be like your blood. It has to flow from top to bottom, right? Now, here in real world, as I said, this is a report that the client sees and directly will not see. In the backend, it gives you a lot of data points, and that is where you will have to build the report. Building report is done by data analyst, but gathering the data and making sure that the data is readily available is what will be done by data engineers, right? Now with this, I'll give one small example. This is person A, this is person B. I know it's very bad to tell, but I'm a person A. Okay, I don't keep my cupboard clean. And this is the one thing which I get screwed up in my house as well. In my house, even if I say that, okay, I am working in Microsoft, I'm working, this doesn't matter for them. They all matter is that I need to keep my discipline up. Okay. And this is the one thing that I get screwed up in my house. I want to go to office. I'll be busy working. I'll be busy taking classes. I'll pull out one shirt. Everything will fall like a building. Then I'll go out. Then again come back. So this is what I do. It's something which is not well organized. Now, what is the chances of getting one pink shirt? If I want to search one pink shirt, let's say some pink shirt, probabilities I may get it in 10 minutes also. I may get it in 30 minutes also, because I have to search. I have to pull out all the shirts and then I'll have to figure out what is the one which I'm going to pick. So this is for searching. For dumping, right? Again, I need to dump all this into, right? So dumping will take 2 minutes because I'm not organizing it. So in the person A, dumping takes 2 minutes. Searching takes maybe 30 minutes also. If I'm lucky, I'll be getting in 1 minute, but we are not lucky. We all know that, right? For in our case, in our life, luck doesn't even exist. But if you go with a person B, organizing things is 30 minutes. Properly organized. This is maybe towel, caps, this are shirts, this is a shoes, this is a bags. You're organizing it well. So organizing is 30 minutes, but searching is, if I want to search anything, how much time it will take? 1 minute. This is what we need. We need to organize the data in such a way that initially you take time, I don't care. But while searching, everyone should get the data within minutes. That is the beauty that I'm looking for. So this is exactly what a data engineers is going to do. We are going to organize the data well. Now, when I say ETL, this is your role: extraction, transformation, load. But I'm saying already we have many tools to do this. These are the tools which is going to do the ETL for you. What is ETL? There is extraction, there is a transformation, there is a loading that you're going to do. All of this, you're going to do it in the data engineering. I am saying there are already these tools are available in the market. So can anyone guess which tool we are going to learn in this in our course? Already this tool exists in the market. We are going to learn one among this. Which will be that?
SSAS.
SSAS, okay. What about others?
SQL Server.
I think all of them.
SQL Server.
You learn all of them, okay. Okay. The answer is we will not learn any of this. We will not learn any of this. Okay. I'll not tell you this, but I can give you this. Microsoft, I'm working in Microsoft, so I can say that I have some X salary. X is my salary, okay. If I tell my salary, then it is going to lead a personal information sharing. So I'll just call it as X. I'll call it as X. So in my company, The last working day will be my salary. So that is 31st, 30th. So 30th is the last working. So 30th, I'm going to get salary from my office. Okay. You have 2 days time. You have 2 days time. If any of you bring a contact of any of your cousins, relatives, colleagues, friends, classmates, college mates, anyone, bring any one person contact who is starting a new project in these tools, I'll give my entire salary to you. I'll give my entire salary to you on 30th. Another challenge for you. You have 2 days time. Note down all these tools. Maybe they're already working. I'm not asking that. If you can go and bring any one person contact who is going to start a brand new project in this any of these tools, you have 2 days time. And of course, I can see you, it's more than 1 lakh. I can give you right away on 30th. Open challenge. You will not find. That's why I'm telling you this. The reason, all this are called on-prem tool. On-prem tool means they are residing on a server. Now, the tools which are residing on the server is not capable of handling 2025's data, which is very huge. Right? If you go and bring your 1100 and try to send a video which is of 1 GB, it is not possible. 1100 is not capable, right? So all these tools which you see on the screen has become an on-prem. That is, they are not able to handle the heavy load. Okay.
Santosh, just want to interrupt you. I'm just thinking aloud. Informatica, they have their tool on cloud as well, right? IDMS, IDMC.
We're talking about on-prem. Yes, they have the cloud, but what I'm telling is on-prem. On-prem is something which resides on the server. They have their own extension, that is they started with cloud. That's why we are entering to the cloud now. We are going to learn cloud, but in order to learn cloud, we have to see the disadvantages of all these tools. Now, the tools which you see are all called on-prem tools. Okay. So what is on-prem tools? I'll tell you. What is this on-prem tools? I'll tell you. Something which is residing on your system, server, laptops, or in your physical servers, we call it as on-prem. Okay. Now, there are some problems, like it will increase the cost, requires a capital invest. I'll tell you why this has become a problem. We were talking about a school example, right? We were talking about a school example where we have 500 students. Okay. Now, imagine that 500 students we are storing in Excel. Excel we are storing. So what is the maximum rows you can store in Excel? It's 1 million or anything but 10 lakhs. This is the maximum you can store, right? Now, imagine your school has 1 terabyte of data as of today. So easy, yaar. I can buy 1 laptop. 1 laptop, you will get it for 1 lakh, which is having a storage of 1 terabyte capacity. So even my laptop has 1 terabyte of capacity, I think. If you see here, 220 GB, 460 GB, 460 GB. So about 1 terabyte. So my laptop is 1 lakh. So with this 1 lakh of my laptop, I can store up to 1 terabyte of data. That is exactly what the school is doing, right? Now, tomorrow, the school will be more, I would say most number of students will come and it increases to 10 terabyte. Now tell me, are you going to buy 10 laptops? Are you going to buy 10 laptops?
No.
No.
Why? Why? Do you think the school doesn't have 10 lakhs?
Cloud is cheaper than 10 lakhs.
Problem, sir.
If someone is asking in which class who is the highest marks holder, I cannot find who is highest in this. I cannot find who is highest in this. I cannot find who is highest in this. Then I cannot take who is highest. Forget about money, yaar. Money doesn't matter here. We need 10 people here. We need 10 people here to work. Okay. Even Ramayana's Ravana has 10 heads only, not 10 hands. So who's going to work on these 10 laptops? I need to hire 10 people. I need to hire them and give them salary. So life is going to be challenging for me, right? So this is called on-prem, buying physical servers, buying physical machines. So that's where your maintenance cost is increasing. It becomes a greater investment, risk of loss. In 10 laptops, if someone robs my laptop, gone. If one laptop has issues, gone. IT support I need, softwares I need, licensing I need. 10 laptops means performance will hit. Now I'm giving as an example of 10 laptops. Just imagine in the real time on-prem means 10 servers or increasing the server capacity. Okay? Is that clear? Everyone? Now, what is the solution for this? In the solution, let's figure out a small test case which can make this work better. In the recent days, did anyone dig a borewell for your house or land? In the recent days, did anyone dig a borewell for your house or agriculture land? Anyone?
No. Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, how much it costed?
For each 1 lakh.
7 lakhs?
On an average, yeah. Because in my area, we need to dig up to 500 feet. Minimum 500 feet.
7 lakhs is cheaper, yeah. Also, do you know that it depends on the depth of dig?
Yeah, depth, water.
We did for 200 feet.
How much it costed?
60,000.
60,000. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even in our area, it's too low, sir. It's around 1 lakh.
Okay. I don't know. Recently, one of my colleague had done this and he told its cost was about 6 to 7 lakhs. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Now, everyone needs water, right? Everyone needs water. If everyone start digging the borewell in their own house, that's called on-premises. That's called on-premises. For your usage, you're digging a borewell. Let your neighbor, he will also dig a borewell. But this does not happen like this. If you are taking your own water infrastructure, which is called on-premises, first of all, higher cost. Your pipes, pumps, purification, you need to make. Today, you turn on the tap, you're getting a pure water. You're getting a water for your washrooms, you're getting a water for your kitchen, you're getting a water for your drinking. Who is doing all this? There is someone who has done this and who is sending you the water. And if you want to do this, all the chemical removals, germs, dirt, filtration, pipes, pumps, you have to do it because it's your own house, it's your own water infrastructure. You will have to handle the cleaning, you will have to handle the filter, you will have to handle the repair. And in case if the tank which you have, the tank capacity is small, you have to refill. And you will have to provide the electricity for pumping. You will have to take care of everything. Well, this is called on-premises. A person who is going to dig a borewell for his own purpose, this is going to be the challenge. This is called on-prem. Now, why will I go and dig borewell, yaar? Right? Better, we can rely on some municipal or government water supply. They give us the water and they will charge it. Now, this is what is cloud. Now, what is cloud? You take the service from someone and you pay for it. So, when you're using a cloud, you are not digging any wells. That 60,000 or 1 lakh or 7 lakhs, you're not at all spending. Turn the tap on, water is available. In case if water is not coming, you have all the rights to go and complain to them. You can shout at them. You can cut down your bill. You need not pay. Lot of things you can do. Right? And the amount of water you use, only for that you will have to pay bill. That's even more better. Right? If your family grows, you can still use more water, pay more bill. And all the maintenance, purification, safety, everything is taken care by experts, which is nothing but government. And filters, repairs, everything is taken care by government. From Kaveri to our house, there is a water flow. And there is a water pipe damage. Will government and come ask you money? One pipe is damaged, you give me 100 rupees, 200 rupees. Will they come and collect with you? No. It is their responsibility to correct it, right? So all this is nothing but cloud. So for water supply, I'm going to rely on one thing called cloud. So similarly, here, why should I store the data in machines? I'll choose a cloud. I'll store the data in the cloud and automatically I can use it from there. How much ever I'm using, I'm going to pay. Okay. So with that, let's enter into cloud. But I'll give a pause here. We'll stop here for today. What is cloud? Which cloud we are going to learn? What will be the roadmap of this course? Okay. How will be the flow of learning? Everything we'll discuss in the next class. I'll stop here for today. Any questions? Any questions?
No, Santosh.
Either two things. If you don't have any questions, either you have understood everything or you have not understood everything. Case 1 or case 2?
Case 1.
Case 1 for
sure.
Case 1?
Yeah.
What?
Case 1.
Okay. I see a message. I'm watching your course from USA. Can you give me the free course for this? See, first 5 days will be free. And after that, it is going to be a paid session. So all these details I'll tell you tomorrow. What is the course duration? What we are going to learn? What will be the roadmap? And what you can expect out of this course? How many projects we are going to do? And what will be the fees? Everything I'll tell you. But first 5 days, don't worry. It's going to be completely free. Today, how you got the link? Tomorrow also you'll get the same link. So attend the 5 sessions. We will accept your admission only if you understand it, or else no. Please don't join us if you don't understand. This is a very strict statement I'm telling you. If you have not understood, please don't join. So we will wait for 5 days. We'll discuss all this. Then you can take a call about joining. Okay. So as of now, it's a first free class. We'll continue tomorrow at the same time.
Hello, Santosh.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello. I have one question regarding the course. So one of your colleagues shared the data brochure to me. In that data brochure, we have one tool is missing in that one. Is it possible to add it? It's
Which
Kafka.
tool is missing?
Kafka, open source tool. But the Kafka is a data engineer.
Kafka is a real-time streaming analysis that we are doing. Instead of Kafka, we are using Azure Streaming Analytics. We will be still doing streaming project. We'll be still learning, but instead of Kafka, we are teaching Azure Streaming. So Kafka will also be taught in a workshop, not as part of this course, but we will be taking a monthly workshops. In that, we'll be conducting Kafka, logic apps, airflows, all this will be covered. As part of this particular course, instead of Kafka, we are learning Azure Streaming Analytics. The priority is given to the Azure services.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll be teaching Kafka as well, but it will not be in a regular class. It will be over the special additional class, extra class. Once you get registered to this course, you will be allowed to attend any course, any workshops in our KSR. You need not pay any extra. Once you get registered, that's done.
That's good. Thank you very much.
Okay. If you don't have any questions, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see about the cloud roadmap, course details. And from Monday onwards, we'll be starting with Python. Okay. Tomorrow I'll give you the more context. So thank you all for joining. Tomorrow, let's meet again at 8 o'clock.
Sure. Thank